purchasing a phone and purchasing a SIM. Okay, so we'll have to start for our placements. And this weekend we need to get all our phones with SIM. Okay. Okay, so I want okay, so anybody has any doubts and any questions here? So am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes. Anybody has any questions, any doubts? I'm asking you guys only.
Yeah, Sandeep, like what kind of scenario questions you may get in Jenkins pipeline? So how they may ask like in real time, like working scenarios?
See, scenarios, they might get multiple ways. Okay. So I asked here the understanding level of tool. Okay. So we are covering in Q&A whenever we have Q&A that we want to cover on the scenario based. Okay.
Yeah.
Nagareddy, tell me what is Terraform Sentinel policy?
Basically, Sentinel policy used to we had to restrict the person who can doing out of the like in manual, like it is in AWS console. It may have created any changes. So it restricts to mapping that into our Terraform management. We basically make sure our info has to be complex and like a security and cost efficient way. So yeah, that purpose we basically using the Sentinel policy.
What is Terraform management you told?
Terraform management, like basically writing the HashiCorp code to like creating the resources. So once you created the resources, like we do have like state file. So the configuration which is present in my state file, we can call it as Terraform management.
State file we call it as Terraform management.
Means not state file like all the configurations. So the things which is done through the Terraform code. So what are the resources we created through the Terraform code?
Okay, what is the difference between security group and NACL?
Security group is basically we can attach to the EC2 level, and we can call it as in stateful because it's basically check the only inbound. It's not outbound, so it's only checking the inbound role, and the outbound role will be flow back. And here, as I said, it's having only hello or not denied. By default, it's denied all the things. We like based on the requirement, we do allow some of the ports. And coming to the NACL, it's basically attached to the subnet level, and we can call it as in stateless because it's checking both inbound as well as outbound. And here we have to write allow as well as deny role. Based on the requirement, we can allow some of the port and we can deny the some of the ports according to the requirement, and we do write the roles. Yeah, this is a major difference. We can call it virtual firewalls. Both are acting as virtual firewalls.
Okay. So here, Pooja HB.
Yes, Sandeep.
So why you not joining yesterday's Q&A?
No, it's not available at the time.
Did you inform anybody?
I informed Sandeep earlier, actually. Like I'll be having cab at 8:30.
Okay. So can we configure ingress without the ingress controller?
Uh, yes, we can. Mm,
Can you explain how? So my question here is, can we configure ingress without the ingress controller?
uh,
Okay. Can you tell me what is the difference between ingress and the ingress controller?
yeah. So ingress, it is like ingress controller is the it reads the rules and routes the traffic. Whereas ingress resource, it defines the HTTP or it defines the like what host or path has to go to which service.
Okay. Then in case of controller, what controller will do?
Yeah, without ingress controller, we cannot create ingress resource.
What is it?
So yeah, the previous question you asked, right? Can we create ingress resource without ingress controller? That we cannot.
No, what is your statement? Tell me clearly, no?
Yeah, we cannot create the resource without controller.
Okay. Now, then earlier you mentioned you can create. What is the confusion here based on the question? Pooja HB.
Yes.
What is the confusion here? I asked the same question when earlier also you said no, then you are saying we can create, we have to create this controller within ingress. What is the confusion? Okay, tell me how do we handle ingress with ingress controllers?
Okay. Like we manage the HTTP traffic using the ingress resource and ingress controller. We have to create the ingress rule for, and then
Okay, wait a minute. So I want Pooja, Rakshita, Omar Sharif, and Siddesh, uh, Abdullah, and Amrita. The rest of the guys can drop. If you want, you can stay. Because I don't want to waste the time of yours. You can have a own time and you can be prepared for. So what we are planning, we'll have a two batches, one in morning and one in evening. Okay. So I'll handle morning batch. Sometimes in between evening or late evening. Okay. So rest of the guys can drop. So if you want, you can stay. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
If you want, you can stay. Else, I want here Pooja, Rakshita, Omar Sharif, Siddesh.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So Pooja.
yes.
So can you explain ingress controller? I want the clarity from you. Have you prepared on these concepts?
Uh, yes, I've prepared.
Okay, then what is the necessity of ingress controller in ingress?
Ingress controller routes traffic. Like without ingress, it will not route the traffic. It listens to the like it reads the ingress rules and routes the traffic.
Okay. Then what is the role of, I did not get it. Can you explain the controller role here? So you said it will route the traffic.
Yeah, like it will read the ingress rule that we mentioned, and it'll set up the proxy like Nginx, and it'll route the traffic based on the ingress rule.
Okay. So have you worked on Helm charts?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you roll back using Helm?
Um, uh, like to specific version or so if Helm deployment breaks, then you have to roll back that only, right?
Okay. If your Helm breaks, what is the condition of your application when you deploy it?
Like we give Helm rollback and the version number that we want to roll back.
Version number. What version number you will provide? And so if you are providing the version number, what is the existing one? What you are going to roll back? And what changes that you have?
The number is like the version, the previous version number.
So what is resources and its limit? Are you prepared or what is it, Pooja?
I'm preparing something.
Okay. Tell me what are the tools that you prepared? Have you prepared till Kubernetes?
Yeah.
I'm asking in Kubernetes only, na? Okay. What is the latest version of Kubernetes that you used?
This I'm not noted.
Huh?
This I have not noted down. I'll check it.
So yeah, whenever you run a command, it will give, whenever you spin up a pod, right? Sorry, spin up your cluster, right? Was it giving the version?
Yeah, it was giving, but I've not noted down the version
See,
number.
you need to be specific that when you're saying something, each and every tool should have their own version, and you need to maintain, you need to keep remember the version, each and every tool version.
Yeah. I'll note it down.
Okay, tell me what is replicas and replica set, Pooja.
Yeah. Replica and replica set is like we it is a copy of the pod where if you say the three replicas, then it will create three identical pods. A replica set it is like it manages the number of replica the pods.
Say it again.
Replica, it is the actual copy of the pod. Like if we give three replicas, then it will create three identical pods.
Okay. What about
Replica set,
replicas?
yeah, it replica set it manages the replica. It ensures that if one pod is not if one pod is down, then it will automatically create the other replica active. It will create the other replica.
Okay, say suppose if you have a deployment, so are you doing deployment in your manifest file or you're doing deployment via the Helm charts?
In Helm
You're going to do via the Helm, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how you are going to decide this replica set? What basis that you will decide the replica set? Because so simply we cannot point the replicas 3 or replicas 5 or replicas 10, right? What basis you will define the replica set?
On what basis, in the sense like conditions you're asking? Like,
What happened? What is it?
no, on what basis, in the sense I didn't get the question. Based on the track.
What you are going to provide under replica set, replicas, you are going to give some number, right?
Yeah.
What basis that you are going to give number?
Based on the traffic or the availability, based on the need.
So how you will get to know the traffic? So basically we need to define based on your application capacity, right?
Yeah.
Or the infra handling capacity. So if you are in a doubt, you will have to check with your lead or your product owner, right? So you say that we are planning to provide a replicas of 4, will it work? And before moving to your product owner or lead, you will have to check from your end thoroughly. Then you should be very clear. You need to saying I'm gonna give replicas 4. So according to this project limit, so is it sufficient? Then you don't apply. If it is serving the traffic, then fine.
Okay.
Getting my point.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you mean by parallel build?
Parallel build, it is like we build the same jobs at the same time instead of
How to
one
set
after.
up?
In the Jenkins we have parallel build option.
Where we have in parallel build option?
Or in the pipeline also we can mention parallel.
That's what, where you will mention.
In the build stage.
You're going to build parallelly. If you're mentioning parallel.
We can build, right?
Why we are building parallel build? What is the purpose of using parallel?
Yeah, instead of one after other, it builds parallelly at one time itself, the same time.
Okay, where you're going to add that parallel as a parameter? It's a parameter, right? So where you're going to add this?
Yeah, in the pipeline, we can mention the parallel block.
Omar Sharif.
Yes, sir.
So in Terraform, is Terraform can be used in on-premises?
On-premises, no, sir.
No.
No.
Why?
I mean, it's basically like it basically sets up the infrared server. So I think so we can use it even in the on-premises servers also. But here it's for the mostly it's used for the cloud premises itself.
So you mean to say on-prem we were not going to use it as a Terraform, right?
No, so we can use it also.
No, earlier you said no. What is your statement? What is
We
your
can
statement?
use it, sir, to set up the infra based on our
Where?
needs, both
Where?
on-prem and cloud as well.
Okay. Say suppose if you are using on-prem, okay, so where you are going to keep your infrastructure. So all your servers are in on-prem. So how we are going to create your infra?
Not sure on this, sir. No on-prem.
You need to go through this, please. Okay. Because see, we should aware of each tool. See, if you understood the tool, you can explore on this, right? See, Terraform is an infrastructure tool. Why can't we go in on-prem? We can go, right?
Yes, sir, we can go, sir.
Then don't mention that we are not gonna use on-prem, right? You have mentioned it, right?
Okay.
It's not good. Okay, so Omar Sharif, say like you have multiple workspaces in Terraform. Okay, so out of that there are environments. So according to your environments, you have your workspaces created. So you have the instances created already. You have deployed your Terraform template and you created an instance. Now my question here is, so first two EC2 instances, according to the instance ID, it should get deployed to the dev workspace, and the rest two instances should be deployed to the prod workspace. So when you pick your instance ID, so it will get deployed to your prod workspace. So how you are going to do this? You will have to go from the Terraform templates only.
Okay. So we can.
Can you turn on your camera?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes. Basically, so we need to switch to that particular workspaces. So, like Terraform, if we are in the dev workspace, right? So for we will go to the dev workspace, and then to use the Terraform workspace dev command, and then run that templates. And if you want to install two EC2 instance, we can run that templates here in the current this dev workspace.
No. Wait. Before running, you will have to do the configuration, right? What logic that you are going to implement? That's what my question here. Say like there are 5 instances. Out of 5, 2 should go to the dev workspace, 3 should go to the prod workspace. Are you aware of workspaces?
Oh yes, sir.
So what are those workspaces and how we are going to deploy those instances to the particular workspace?
Basically, it's like this workspace is like it will help to manage the multiple environments or the multiple instances within the within the same configuration files. You have to can manage using the workspaces. But here this the scheduling part I'm not aware, sir. I didn't get that.
Scheduling part. What is meant by scheduling part?
Like you have mentioned, right? You need to schedule 2 instances in the dev and 3 instances in the prod.
You will have to deploy instances to the particular workspaces. The context is here. So we need to pick the instance ID and should get deployed to the particular workspace. Okay, let me ask this. What is provisioners in Terraform?
Provisioners basically like we have that this local X provisioners. Once the like the Terraform state file is run, right? So basically after that we will go with the local X provisioners or the file provisioners and uh, run these commands to.
No, Sharif, have you prepared?
Yes, sir. I'm
Yeah.
preparing, sir.
No. Preparing is different and prepared is different, correct? So I'm asking, have you prepared? If yes, till where you prepared?
Terraform I need to go through, sir.
Okay, till Kubernetes you are good, right?
Yes, Kubernetes also a little bit to revise, sir, most of the topics.
No, yeah. When you will see, you are saying the same reason from day one, correct?
Yes, sir.
So when you will be prepared, again, if I ask tomorrow morning, you will say, okay, I need to prepare on Kubernetes, I need to prepare on Docker. Again, you will say the same thing. Right? So when we need to start your placement?
So it's not like that. So basically, I've gone through the concept practically. I've worked on it. So coming to this Q&A side, just like need help on like what questions comes up in these topics and how to answer it. That's it.
For that, you need to join Q&A on time. Why
Yes,
you not
sir.
joined
I'm
yesterday?
joining. So yesterday I was out for some work, so I could not come back on time. So
Okay. Did you inform anybody?
no, sir.
Okay. So if you are asking a question here, you wanted to know the scenario-based questions and you want to know the when it comes to the Q&A, to understand your question, you need to join Q&A.
Yes,
So
sir.
let me see.
Joining, sir.
Okay.
Yesterday, not joined.
Okay. So forget about yesterday's Q&A. Till day before yesterday, you joined Q&A, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct, right? So what are the questions that we asked? Have you prepared on those?
Yes, sir. I've noted down the questions and I'm working on it. So
Those are all the questions that we ask. Even in the interview, even in the when you join the project, it will help you to understand, to get more clarity, right?
yes,
Have you prepared on those questions?
yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me how you are going to secure your state file.
Secure the state file.
Yes.
So the we'll store the state file in the basically AWS S3 buckets or the Azure Blob Storage. So that's we'll use the remote backend access control here, and we will not store the state file locally. So you can go
Where
with
you are
this.
going to go ahead.
Like basically, you can use the IAM roles as well, or the policies, and the RBAC to limit who can read or modify the state file. And also here we will not be storing the secrets in the state file to keep it more secure.
Okay. Say like you have the remote backend connectivity is working. So in between, you are not getting any response from your remote backend. Remote backend is in the sense you have stored your state file in S3 bucket. You have the connectivity. It is working with your Terraform state file, and even though when you store in your S3 bucket.
Oh.
Okay. Say suppose you have the state log from your log, even though when you have the connectivity. So you found a state log stuck in between. Okay, so what you are going to do that? This from your logs only, pipeline logs only, it will say the log is stuck, so on ID. So how you are going to resolve this?
So So the state lock is like implemented on that file, right? So we're not able to access the S3, right, sir?
Even though you have able to access to S3 bucket, remote backend.
Okay.
So basically, you will have to do it manually. So you have nothing to do with remote. You have nothing to do with your securing your state file. Your roles are working fine and you have the access to your S3 bucket. And even though when you got your state log file is stuck, what is your solution? What is the best method that you are going to do here? Because see, we are into professionals, right? We have to work as a best practice, right? We need to suggest to somebody, you need to use this way. See, if there are 20 developers, there are only 1 or 2 are DevOps. We need to maintain each and every infra. We need to guide them. We need to have the tool set up. We need to give them an access. And the infrastructure part is very important here. Okay. So suppose if developer found any state log or the entry you found in stuck. So what we are going to do?
So we can check with the which process I have to check the process ID, sir, which is stuck here.
So even it is giving the ID also. So in your output only you will see the ID.
Okay.
So did you join the state file session when I explained?
Yes, sir, I've joined it.
Okay, can you explain what is force unlock?
Force unlock. I've not this have to go through, sir. State locking I've checked, but force unlock.
Sharif, you are not prepared here. See, for some days, you need to leave your commitments. Commitments in the sense, suppose if you are taking care of somebody or if you are in some important work, so you need to be dedicated to this. Then only it will be helpful for you to get a job and it will be helpful for you to work independently. See, when you join the organization, nobody will help you.
Correct.
Right? So our intention here is to make you prepared, give as much as knowledge in the session itself, and so basically on the scenarios we're going to explain here, right?
Yes,
so even though if you're not joining one time and if you're not able to understand, if you're not in a sync, it will not going to work out, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, Sharif? So you need at least the basic we wanted here is you need to be prepared on the concept that we covered. Then we match on Q&A when we're asking the scenario-based questions. So you will get a grip on the tool, right? So if you're not knowing this force unlock itself, then if I ask the question on the manual resolution of your unlock, then you will be not in a position to answer that, right?
Yes.
That's why it is force unlocking only. You will have to do it manually.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
No, it's not about okay, you're not prepared yet. That's the problem here.
No, sir. Okay. I will go through this Terraform concepts.
Okay, tell me what is Qna-M? Why do we use?
Qna-M is basically if you want to like revert any commit changes. So we'll go with the git amend command and
Revert. What is meant by revert? What you understood? I asked you like amend.
amend, like if you
There
want
are
to change
1
any
minute.
commit,
Wait.
commit.
If you are not knowing the concept, let me clear. Revert is different and amend is different.
Yes, correct, sir. Revert is if you want to undo any recent changes, but amend is if you want to change the commit message here. So we'll go with git amend and give the new comment message.
Okay. Say suppose, let me ask the scenario. So you have the release. You have a release code of version 1.00. 1.00 is the version that you are going to release. So your head hash ID is pointing some commit ID. When you go and check in your repository, so under commits, when you click on the commits, you will see some commit head hash ID, right? So what is head in Git?
It will represent recent commit, sir. So it will point to that recent commit ID.
Latest commit. You mentioned latest commit. It means top commit. Okay. So when you go to the commits, it will reflect the very top commit is your head hash ID. Okay. So that hash ID is having the tag called version 1.00. Okay. Now, without changing that head hash ID, we need to trigger a pipeline. So on top of your head hash ID, your pipeline is triggered and the pipeline is green. Getting my point?
Yes.
Now, without changing the commit ID, we need to trigger a pipeline. Guys, just a minute. Sorry. So, Sharif, I was asking, so when you point your head hash ID, so your pipeline is green. Without changing that, you will have to you will have to trigger a pipeline. Else, if you're changing that, so you should not change the code base. So even though when your commit ID is changed, that is fine, right? How you are going to trigger a pipeline without changing your code. You're getting my point, Sharif, Omar Sharif.
Yes, sir. I got your question.
Then what? See, there is a connectivity between Git and your pipeline, right?
Yes.
Suppose if you are using GitHub Actions, you will use Git. Suppose if you are using Jenkins, you will have a connectivity between them. Your Jenkins and either GitLab or GitHub, right?
Yes.
How you're see? Basically, I'm asking the dummy trigger.
So we have to schedule the job, sir, with the recent commit IDs.
See, okay. Even though when you schedule, will it not pick the commit ID?
It will pick, sir.
And if it is picking, my question here is, when you triggered your Jenkins without changing your code base, you will have to trigger a dummy pipeline.
Okay. So we can go with the cron job, sir, in this case to trigger the pipeline.
Cron job. See, if I am the developer, I have implemented my code and your cron job is set at every 1 hour. Okay. If I want to trigger my Jenkins pipeline, do I need to wait until it triggers your cron job as a developer?
No, sir, that will use it to schedule at specific times.
what case you go for cron job and what case you go for as a developer perspective.
So cron job is you want to schedule at any specific times during the week or the month, and at that time we'll go with the cron jobs.
Correct, right?
Yes.
Now my question here is, we need to trigger a pipeline as a dummy commit without changing my code, because that code is having the version 100 of your application version, right? So how you are going to trigger a dummy commit? I think I asked this question on the studies Q&A, but you are not there.
Okay.
You need to understand.
So we can. So you just have to do any empty commit here.
How you are going to do?
You can use this the git option. You can go with the git commands, I think.
What is a git command?
Git commit -m and message.
So you are going to commit, right?
Yes.
Without changes, are we going to commit here?
No, sir.
Then have you worked on SonarQube?
Yes, sir. Once I've tried via the pipeline Jenkins.
Did Sandeep showed the SonarQube configuration, the pipeline?
No, in that last demo, they didn't cover. So they had shown the demo via the GitHub Actions and the deployment by Argo CD.
Okay, then SonarQube is not covered.
No, sir. It was not shown, but they said it will show it in the later classes, I think. That's what Sai mentioned.
Okay, so we'll have to plan this week for SonarQube demo.
Okay.
So what I was asking, to trigger a dummy commit, we'll have to use amend, right? Are you aware of amend?
Yes, sir.
And then can you tell me the command to trigger a dummy pipeline? Umar Sharif, you are not prepared, not even a single basic tool there. It is very disappointed for us. Seriously. When you will be prepared? See, it's not like we are not in a college or we are not in any this thing, okay? Only the intention here is to make you prepared, get placed, that's it. Again, we need to ask the questions, and if you're not saying the basic things and all, there's a kind of a knowledge, this kind of a capacity. And if you're not having a capacity, then you can go for another job. But if you are here, you should learn these things, you should understand and able to explain everything.
Okay, sure.
Rakshita.
Yes, sir.
I was asking you yesterday,
Yes, sir. I was in the call till that. When you said let us wind up the session, also I went outside for some personal reason. I came within 2 to 3 minutes after that.
Okay. Can you turn on your camera? Okay. Can you tell me what is Jenkins file and what do we include in that?
In Jenkins file, we will include the.
Wait. It's not Jenkins file. It's Jenkins file. You
Okay,
need to pronounce the right tool name at least.
okay, sir.
Yes. Go ahead.
In Jenkins file, we will include. I will create a pipeline.
You're done with your statement.
Yes, sir. We will create a Jenkins file and we will create a pipeline, and we will build the pipeline.
We'll build the pipeline, or you're going to create the pipeline.
No, we will build the pipeline.
Okay. So what is Docker file and why it is used?
Docker file is which is contents of series of instructions. It will automatically create an image by using a Docker file. We can create an image.
Okay, say like, so how to implement CI/CD to trigger and deployed automatically after a code commit?
Create automatically means we can go through the with Polisium, which will create.
So where you are going to set up your Polisium? What is Polisium basically?
Polisium, it will create a build when the source code is changed.
Source code is changed. How you will get to know the source code is changed?
If any updates are made.
What is meant by updates?
If we add any changes are made in the pipeline.
Okay, have you worked on Kubernetes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how many clusters that you are having in your project and how many worker node that you maintained?
Cluster within the cluster there will be one master node and many worker node there will be there.
Many worker node.
Yes, every worker node will having some components.
Okay, each cluster can maximum of how many nodes can have?
Can have n number of worker nodes.
If your cluster itself is having 10 GB, can we have n number of nodes?
Yes, I think.
Can you explain how you are going to create n number of nodes when you are having 10 GB of your cluster?
No, sir, I didn't done it practically.
No, it's not about the work completion. It's not about done it. Did you understood my question clearly?
Yes, I understood, but
Can you tell the question?
Yeah, you asked that how many worker nodes will be there in the cluster. And every worker node will have the same components.
That's what I'm asking. You need to understand the question clearly. I asked you if your cluster itself is having 10 GB, can we have n number of nodes?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell the question again now?
The cluster which is having n number of nodes will have, you ask, correct?
If the cluster is having 10 GB of memory, can we have the n number of nodes? So fifth time I asked the question. Can we have n number of nodes when you have a cluster of size 10 GB? Have you worked on agile methodology?
No, sir.
Okay. So if you guys are not aware of agile methodology, so agile methodology is, see, before agile we were in a waterfall method. Okay. So waterfall in the sense they are not in a
We
position to
cannot do
track.
any changes on the waterfall model once it is built.
Are you aware of waterfall method?
Yes, I know.
Can you explain to everyone?
The waterfall model will take the requirements from the client, will create a prototype, and once the prototype is done, if your client implements any changes, we cannot do once the prototype is done. That's the stage. That means if you want to do any changes in the middle, the waterfall will not allow to do that.
Waterfall will not allow to do that.
Model,
Means
software model, which will not allow to do the any changes in the middle of the project.
so even though in the agile also we can create POC, right? It's kind of POC, right? Are you aware of POC?
No, sir.
Proof of concept. Whatever you do in waterfall, we do also do in POC in agile methodology. The proof of concept means we do prepare one sample example with all the tools integrated, and we do create a infrastructure and we'll give to the demo to the client. Then we'll start working with the project by getting the features from the client.
Okay, sir. Proof of concept.
Proof of concept, we call it as first copy of your product, your project.
Means that will contain the requirements, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Rakshita.
Yes, sir.
So say like in your environment, say suppose if you restart your machine in the sense your cluster.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after restarting your cluster, say like if your node is not joined, not tagged to your cluster. So what you will do if that is the case? So when you restart, your process will get broken, right? So including node. So if that is the case, if your node is not joining to your cluster, what you will do if that is the case?
For that, first, basically, I need to check the pods, status of the pods, whether it is running or not, by using kubectl get pods command. Then
Will you check pods or nodes?
pods.
Go ahead.
So next step I need to go through. I'm not getting.
By your confidence level, I thought you will explain the statement. You said you will check the pod status. That's it. There is nothing to do with the pod. I was asking you, when you restart your machine, when you restart your cluster, some of the nodes were not in a sync, right? So what you are going to do in that case? That's what my question was here. What you are not getting here, Rakshita?
So that the pods, it is not sync. No, I didn't get about that.
No, yeah. What did I ask you? Why you are going always pods and all? What I'm asking here, can you tell the question? You are not in a position to understand the question. You are not in a position to understand the statement. Can you repeat the question?
Sir, you said that when the nodes are not syncing.
When?
When they restart the
Siddesh.
Yes, sir.
Can you repeat the question which I asked?
If the
Rakshita,
cluster,
go on mute.
Yes, sir.
when you restart your cluster, your pods are not in sync. So, what are the steps you have to take on?
Pods.
Nodes, sir.
Vinay mentioned pods.
Sorry, nodes in the cluster. What are the steps you have to take on?
No, yeah. See, wait. 1 minute. See, when you're in a position to not able to understand, and if you're saying something when we ask something, see, this will affect you on your task. Okay. So it happened recently for me. If they're asking something and if you're saying something from my end, they'll think like, okay, you are not in a clarity, you have less amount of experience on that. They'll think like that. I can say that you have not worked on it and you are not even aware of that. If I'm asking a node, if you're saying if you're saying pods again, then it is a waste of asking. See, they'll ask only once. They'll absorb your statement only.
Okay,
so the positivity will not come on you. When you say wrong, only the negativity will start. Keep in mind for everyone.
Okay, sir. It's my
That's what I'm pointing out here from yesterday when we asked something and you guys are telling something. See, even when you said once also, it is wrong. You should be very careful when you are making a statement.
Okay.
Okay, now tell me how you're going to resolve that.
If in the cluster node is stuck in is not ready, I will restart kubelet, and then if means if any case in the disk full there is no space in the left, I will also check the giving the command like df-h and then clean the container, and then if I also check some of the wrong queue configuration after the restart. And sometimes it will firewall blocking ports also.
You are going to check the firewall blocking between node and the cluster. What is your statement? Can you repeat that?
So first node is stuck in, it is not ready. I will restart a kubelet.
How are you going to restart the kubelet?
By giving the command restart kubelet.
Suppose if you are in a multiple cluster, where you will run this? You will run inside the cluster or outside the cluster?
Inside the cluster.
Will you able to access kubelet by restarting it?
Maybe.
No, I don't like the answers. Maybe, may not be. I think, maybe. I don't like this. See, if you're saying maybe, you're saying answers in a guessing level. So I can think like you have not worked on it, right? You are not aware of the concept. Correct? Okay, I think that's it, guys. Let's connect evening today. Okay, so let's have a more questions discussed. So anybody has any questions here?
Actually, so yesterday I was working on the project. So in that, I was not having the entry point, right? Entry point in my Docker image. So which is in the another
Entry
repo.
point in Docker image, okay?
Yeah. So
Docker file.
Docker file, yeah. So the Docker file is in another repo. So without, I was just using the Docker image to run my application. So what if the entry point didn't, if it is not present, so can I that bypass and we write in the YAML file?
Wait, you need to understand here CMD and entry point, right?
Yes.
So CMD, what CMD will do, instead, in the absence of entry point, CMD will be the default command which will execute.
Yes.
Right? So according to your Docker image, if your execution commands are divided with CMD and entry point, so CMD will execute half of the commands and entry point will execute half of the commands. Half of the commands in the sense to make it work your container. When you create an image, right? If that is the case, if you are using entry point, without entry point also we can create a container, correct? So those you can bypass entry point and those commands you can keep it in CMD and can build an image for the one way. Okay. The other way, with entry point, you can divide the commands and you can build it, right?
Yeah. See, no, my
either way
is like, yeah, I understand. I understood your answer. Like, see, now you have built a Docker image, so you have given the CMD. So, but when I took that image and I built the Kubernetes, so on that time, I didn't find that Rails to start the server. So on that time, can I write a Docker file in my project just to get the Rails server?
Yes, you can write because we want that to be created, right?
Yes. So do we
instead
write
of keeping,
yeah,
instead of keeping multiple, all you can keep it in a single Docker file, no?
Yeah. Because like I am getting Docker, I am just using the Docker image from your end, no? So we can, I can write Docker file to get only the Rails to start the server, or I can use that CMD in YAML file.
See, you can do both. You can use CMD in a Docker file itself, or you can call your Rails, the one you mentioned, in your Docker file itself. So basically, when you build, that should be available. We need to think on how do we do it.
Okay. So in the real time, will it happen, Sandeep?
Yes. See, basically, installs the dependencies in the Docker file itself. Say suppose we installed, remember that we installed Ruby, we installed Python. Similarly, we do install the requirements in the Docker file itself, and we build it, we create an image. As soon as we create an image, when we run Docker run, it creates the container in terms of Linux platform. So instead of server, we are creating a container inside that. So what are the dependencies that we created, and we're gonna run each stages one by one. So suppose if you're calling the Python packages, it pulls the Python dependency inside the container. Suppose if you're trying to build Ruby files or any generator, it will pull the inside the container. It will look for the dependencies for Ruby and it builds it. Similarly, for all the .NET Java dependencies which we installed, inside that container, all the dependencies should be available that we incorporated in our Docker file.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay, Sandeep. Thanks.
Yes. Anybody has any questions again? Pooja.
Sir, is there any just have general question? So, can we work on any project to get more hands-on and to
project? See,
like basically integrating with the Terraform. So we'll be creating the infra, right? So the VPCs part, and then setting up the deployment via the Kubernetes and Argo CD.
okay. So there is a ready application which is available in Docker document. I have shared one document, right? That is getting started.
Oh, yes.
Can you work on that? Can you create your container and expose all the services? And to expose ingress, you need a purchased domain, but use the free trial tools and free trial versions. Okay. And can you create an infra to deploy it to the EC2 from the getting sent application?
Okay, so via Terraform you have to do it.
Yes, via Terraform. Can you do that?
Okay.
You can go to the Docker document. There is an application called the Getting Started. You copy that. It is basically the Java application, the web app. Can you do this?
Okay, sir, I will try it.
Yes. And meanwhile, you need to prepare, Sharif. Because every day we'll be having Q&A. Don't skip Q&A from anybody. Okay, again, don't make us to ask a group saying that you have not joined and you're in a position to join, and again you're replying in a group. No, we are waiting, and after 5-10 minutes you will join.
No, sir, today I joined to that by mistake the Q&A link. So again I came to class link.
Okay, Pooja HB.
Yes, sir. No
You
questions.
need to be no questions. Okay, you don't have any questions. Fine. So, but you need to prepare well. But you are in a very low grade. I do see here because everyone has their own commitments, right? Even I do have to work after this session. I log in by 9 o'clock and I'll work by 8:30. Again, I'm gonna join Q&A and work at around 10:30. Again, another 2 hours working for other projects. So we are getting the external projects and we are giving to the deliverables with every week, including classes, including our regular work, and we do also work for external projects. Okay, so during this time I'll have to work. I'll have to complete my work, right? Complete from my end. I'll have to give to a complete sessions and I'll have to make you understand and I'll have to make you prepared, right?
Yes.
So similarly, you will also have to work on this and you should be in a sync, right?
Yes, sir.
See, we are, to be frank, we are getting only 5 to 6 hours of sleep per day. I mean, some days it will be around 3 to 4 hours. We'll sleep by 1 o'clock and we'll wake up by 5:30. To be frank. Okay. So that is the case. You should also work on this, right? So we want here is you to get a job, be prepared, get knowledge. That's what, see, every session we're asking questions, and again, the questions that we are getting from your end and clarifying it and giving some suggestions, because we are working for multiple projects. Okay, and we are also getting the projects from external agency, and we do complete it, we do deliver it. Okay, so we do have also the commitments, but even though we have to handle you, right?
Yeah.
And then, see, you need to prepare here. There are a lot of things to be prepared from your end, and you need to spend more time here. And even Rakshita,
Yes, sir.
you need to prepare. You are in a, I can say, out of 10, you are in 4 rating, not even a 4. Okay, so you need to be prepared and get ready. So please purchase a phone and SIM card. Please send it to us. We'll have to start our placements. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Let's connect evening. Okay. Everyone should join.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay.